Hello and welcome to episode 108 of Comics with Stevey D. And this one is entitled More Wins and Grins from the Dollar Bins. And so I'd like to start this one with a neat book. This is Captain Marvel 1B from 2023. And cover art by George Perez. And I picked this one out because it has the old Captain Marvel and the new Captain Marvel on the cover. I think that's cool. Now, why do I go to the dollar bins? Well, I can afford it for one thing. And I'm a bargain hunter because that book is $5 new and it's only a year old or so. And I got it for $1, so that's a bargain. And you get happy finds. You find things that you weren't expecting. Oh, that's neat. And it's cool. It appeals to you and you grab it. Or something you might want to read. Or mostly it's the thrill of the hunt. Going out and looking for books is always a fun thing to do. My next book is Fall of the House of X, #1 from 2024. Cover art by Pepe Larraz and Marty Gracia. And I'm not a big X-Men collector, but I do like to get first issues, and to get a first issue in a dollar bin, it may only be worth $1 today, but 10 years from now it could be worth $5. So you can speculate a little in the dollar bin, not much, but a little, and it fattens your collection. Here's a book. I picked this one because Groot looks mean in this one. And you see Groot always looking happy most of the time, especially in the movies. But here he's looking mean. Avengers War Across Time #4B from 2023. Cover art by Stuart Immonen. I hope I said his name right. All right, here's another Avengers book. This is Avengers #2 from 2023. Cover art by Stuart Immonen. Now the last one, the cover art was Chris Allen. I got ahead of myself. That's Chris Allen. This is Immonen. All right, and that's that. Get rid of that before I butcher that guy's name again. All right. The next two books are Star Wars books. I got about a half a dozen, maybe 8 Star Wars type books. But I picked this one out because I like the artwork, the way the dreadlocks are drawn. I thought it was real cool. Let me bring that in close so you can see some more of the detail. It's pretty face and nice dreadlocks. Not the easiest thing to draw, I would imagine. This is Star Wars Son of Staros, #1 from 2023. Cover art by Ken Lashley and Juan Fernandez. And that's the first book. And the second book is more of an action cover. Same artist, same writers. And it's the first 2 issues, so if I read these 2, I can decide if I want to read more. And getting in on the ground floor of a character is kind of neat. Now here's one I really liked. Notice Loki's got the hammer. What If Dark? Loki #1 from 2023. Cover art by Emma Lopacino. And so Loki manages to steal the hammer away and is able to lift it up. So now he's returned back to Dr. Blake. And so he has to get his hammer back to set everything right. So this is going to be a real interesting read. It's going to be one of the first ones I read out of this stack. I just went to the store the other day. I go to the comic book store once a month, maybe once a little month and a half, because it's so far away. You know, I get a lot of books that I desire from the mail, but I like to go and dig through the stacks. It's always fun to do that. And next book is Avengers 57. Even the back of these Avengers are cool looking. No ad. I like that. This is Avengers 57 from 2022. Cover art by Cameron Carnero. And it's at the Hellfire Gala variant edition. And I like that. I'll show a couple interior pages. Find a good one. Yeah. There's a sample of the artwork. I like the way that's drawn. Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Omega #1. And it's from 2023. Cover art by Ryan Stegman. And when I looked this one up, they didn't have any available. Maybe it's because it's kind of a new book, or it's very popular. There's one on the auction list, so I don't know what it's going to sell for, but I got mine for $1. Okay, and my last one from the dollar bin, and takes you way back to 1986. Amazing Man #1. Cover art by Stephen DiStefano and Carl Kessel. And it's a comedy book. And it has all the characters on the cover. So, and it's silly. But the artwork is kind of cool. I'll just show you a little bit of it. Back in the days when the interior pages were made of paper that wasn't glossy. All right, now I got to give a shout out. I was on my first comic book hang with Lettuce Comics and Hall Yeah Comics, and I showed this book, Machine Man #1, and I learned something, because you're a lifelong learner. You're always learning something. That this is a 4-book miniseries, and as the books progress, his face fills in more and more till he gets a full face. So when I was at the comic book store, I was looking for one, and I found one. So, see, he progresses from that to that, and there's 2 more books to collect. And then I looked at my comic shop for this. It was $5.70. So I saved 70 cents if I would have got it from the comic shop, my comic shop. So I was happy about that. And the person who told me that was David from Garage Geek. So I'm going to give him a shout out. There he is. Oh, he disappeared on me. We'll have to get him back. There he is. David from Garage Geek. And he has an interesting show. He collects everything: beer cans, comic books, novels, records, vinyl, artwork. He's interesting and very humorous.